Was that a good deal?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good deal. It was a good deal for me.
Yeah.
I would have stayed here with the Cowboys if I could have got the same deal.
Yeah.
But going to Arizona it was a great thing for me because going there, I was able to recognize that my time has come and gone, and it gave me the ability to have closure and say it's time for me to put the game down.
Really?
Yes.
What about that experience turned that light bulb on?
Coming back here to Dallas to play the Cowboys in Texas Stadium, riding in on a visitor's bus, getting dressed in the visitor's locker room, broke my heart to pieces. I felt out of place. I felt like I did not belong in that locker room. I felt like I needed to be on the other side. I cried for 45 minutes, just slobbing, just crying, booing, couldn't stop. The tears just kept flowing. It was one of the most heart-wrenching moments for me. And go out on the football field, finally get myself together, go out on the football field, get hurt in the game, and get back into the locker room, get dressed, around my girls, and go back to Arizona. And I realized how much my love for the Dallas Cowboys and my ability to play at the level that I wanted to play at was so intertwined and inseparable.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew it was time for me to leave the game. But I also knew that I had to honor out my contract to the Arizona Cardinals. So I made up my mind that I'm gonna finish this contract out. I'm gonna work as hard as I can to get back on the football field. I'm gonna help the Cardinals as much as I can for the following year. And after that, I told my wife, we're going home.
And you did. You had 937 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So you did help them a bunch.
I did the best I could
Right.
at the age of 34.
Yeah.
And so I still, the day before I was going to make my announcement, I'll never forget it. I was in Jacksonville playing golf at Sawgrass with my college roommate, Terrence Barber. We're like on the 13th hole. I get a call from my agent, Eugene Parker. He said, are you sure you're ready to retire? I'm like, yeah, why? He said, I got an offer. I said, you got an offer? He's like, yeah, I got an offer for you to go to Buffalo, and they want you to work with Willis McGahee and help teach him and help him. I was like, Buffalo? I'm like, Gene, I am done, man. I don't want to play football ever again. I appreciate the offer, but I'm taking my family home. I'm not going to hop around league after league or city after city trying to hold on to something that's ready. It's already gone.
When you came from Arizona to the Cowboys for that first time, and you were in that locker room, heartbroken, what was the reaction of your Arizona teammates?
They didn't know what to do. My Damon Anderson, Marcel Shipp, James Hodgins, Josh Scobie, they all was like, dude, they couldn't say nothing. Because all I could say, they're asking me what's going on. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not my locker room. And they were all in the, they just couldn't say nothing. And then I finally got myself together, got my clothes on, went out on the field, did the best I could, boom. And I think they had a sense. And that is, I think Peyton Manning may have gone through that. I think some other players that have gone back to their former teams that they've had long careers at.
Yeah.
I think Brian Dawkins went through that as well. It is an experience unlike any other, especially when you love that team as much as we did. Because I love the Cowboys ever since I was a kid anyway. So playing for the Cowboys was like playing for my favorite football team ever. And having the chance to win 3 Super Bowls with the teammates that I was able to win those 3 Super Bowls with.
What a dream, right?
Come on. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah. But you did have one more contract, right?
Well,
you signed a one-day contract.
Yeah, I did sign a one-day contract.
For $1.
$1. That's all Jerry was going to give me, $1. And he still didn't give me the $1.
He still owes you $1?
He still owes me $1.
All right, Jerry, pony up. So you signed a one-day contract with the Cowboys and retired a Dallas Cowboy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How did that feel?
You
Did
know,
it put it back right that you retired a Cowboy?
I was going to do that anyway.